Good morning. Thank you very much. Welcome to our broadcast for the 25th anniversary of SORC. This is the 13th Loop-de-Loop, I believe, and we are close to getting underway here, and they'll start with the 80-mile-per-hour class. And Brent, thank you for thanking all of our sponsors, both video and radio sponsors. We also have what we call bronze sponsors who are supporting our work here today. They include Fixed Right Auto Body, First Aid Insurance, BD, Arnold Insurance Agency, Broken Bow Auto Parts, Sandhills Corral, the Agribest Feeds, State Farm Insurance, and that goes with Donna Cahill, State Farm Insurance, and South Loop Community Pharmacy. Let's find out what Larry's seeing. What are you seeing out there, Larry?
Hey, tell you what, Dave, we're seeing cars.
That's good.
And that's good. We're seeing the sun. We're feeling the sun. We knew it would happen once the fog lifted. The sun would come out. It's going to be hot and muggy today. Heat advisory starting at 1. But we're hoping to get these cars rolling within the next 5 minutes. First car's already up close to the line. They're still waiting it, but they got the cone out. They've gotten pretty much all the thumbs up along the course, and it should be fun. And also, I don't think we're going to hear the interruptions in my service for the microphone anymore. Now I just feel like maybe a dog on a leash with a dish of water out at the end there. But we're good. We're in our position, and we're about ready to get things started here with the Loop-de-Loop.
Well, Larry, be sure and have that bowl of water nearby with as hot as it's going to get. And we did have to go with the mic cable. Our remote mic was giving us troubles in our earlier setup broadcast. So sounds great, but you won't be able to move very far away from where you're at, but you're in the right spot, right at the starting line. It's going to be very, very fun. And we got a number of cars in the 80-mile-per-hour class. A lot of these folks are, they're the first year that they run here. Now, there's some that come back and love that 80-mile-per-hour class because that's plenty fast on the Loop-de-Loop, and some people prefer to stay there. But there's a lot of rookies that start in the lower speeds, in fact, required to do so. In the 80-mile-per-hour class, they can get up to 110 miles per hour. Their target, of course, is 80 miles per hour, and they want to average that, and they'll do that by timing. And you were talking earlier, Larry, about how amazing it is that these gentlemen and ladies can get within 1/100ths of a second, or sometimes even hit the mark for the exact time at 80 miles an hour.
It amazes me how well they can do that. That's a combination of the driver and the navigator working together. And some of these vehicles, there's just a driver. I mean, we look at the second car out, the 8-ball, John Schmidt, he'll be going all by himself. And so, there's always that, but it's amazing. Like we were talking with Jeremy earlier, and he was explaining it to Jack that if you're more than a second off on your timing, you're probably not going to place.
Yeah, it's crazy. and a lot of guys have been coming here and really scratching their head with the Loop-de-Loop. I had a gentleman tell me yesterday, and you may hear this interview later, that he's done pretty well in the shootout and the over-the-road SORC race on Saturday. Just can't quite solve the puzzle here. Always has a little bit of less efficiency on the way back. He does okay on the way over, and the way back is tougher for him somehow. But do remember, it's two different courses. As they go one direction, the curves are slanted and work one way, and the centrifugal force goes that way, and they come back the other way. So it's not an easy task, but that's why these drivers talk a lot about the Loop-de-Loop. They love it.
Yeah, they really like the Loop-de-Loop. It's a shorter race, as I mentioned. It's almost about half the size of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge race that will go on Saturday. But I think some people will tell you this one might be a little more challenging, Dave.
Yeah, I think so. They like the one on Saturday, the Granddaddy, because they have some straight stretches, long straight stretches where they can kind of take a breath and kind of get a little breath there and get a little break. And of course they like the high speeds they can go on those straights too. But they've told me yesterday, this particular race, you just don't ever get a break. And you also find yourself not getting that breath that we're talking about because you don't have a lot of straightaway. And, one gentleman told me yesterday, said, you you start and you blink and you're at the other end and you're not sure exactly what happened. You made it. So it's very exciting for the drivers.
Yeah, it really is. And sorry, I'm kind of getting myself positioned here a little different. I figured since I'm on the leash, I'm just going to sit and watch this today instead of kind of standing. But when you go from the standing to the sitting position with all the wires connected up, you kind of have to figure this one out. So pardon me while I kind of get this all figured out of what's going to be the most comfortable. But the cars are up here, and we're about ready to turn it on here, Dave, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll get a little noisy as I put on a Facebook post here. It's going to get hot in more ways than one here shortly.
It sure will. And the sun is really burning off the fog. There's hardly any fog left here at the school. Now, that may not be the case, out on the track and at the other end. But I would think generally with this sun turning it up and there's breaks in the sky now, we was kind of hoping we'd get rid of the fog and have the cloud cover, but that was probably asking for a little bit too much. They'll stick to the road pretty good here as the asphalt warms up, and it looks like we're getting close to starting here.
Yeah, we're getting really close now as they're going to bring up car number 302 to the line. The grid is going to be started. It might be a little harder for me to see this in the sitting position, but this will be Chad Smith and Donna Smith in a yellow 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Note 302.
Yep, in the book they're talking about that Boss 302. They say they dusted it off again to race through the spectacular Sandhills, and they wanted to thank the board and all the volunteers that make the event the best in the country. And they have that Mustang Boss 302 ready to go out of Alliance, Nebraska.
And the clock has not quite started yet, but they do have the cone off, and now they're going to give them the signal. They give them the signal that the clock will be starting, and it will be counting down, and they should be off and running here any second.
All right.
302. And just like that, Dave, we are underway with the loop-to-loop race from Halsey to Purdom here on 95.3 KBBN. John Schmidt in the Black Ball 8 is coming up next. He is in a black 1990 Chevy Corvette ZR1.
John is out of Lincoln with that ZR1, and he is ready to go. Special thanks to all of the people who make this happen.
And John is now officially on the course. Up next, 1963 Chevy Corvette. It's blue in color, kind of a dark blue. This is Tony Dahlman along with Maria Schneider. They've been here before. It's a blue 1963 Chevy Corvette, car 63.
They've been here 24 times. This is their 24th year that they brought this car to the race.
Oh, caught a little rubber. Always like to hear that. 88 is up next. This will be Daniel Metzger Jr. and Carly Bates driving a silver 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis.
Out of North Platte, they've been here the last 4 years, received second place in the Vintage 85 class in 2022.
Thank you.
So Mariah Schneider was in the Navigator on the previous one. And Daniel Metzger and Carly Bates are off and running. So I'll bring up car number 92. This will be Bob McCullough, 2023 Chevy Corvette, blue in color.
Out of Lincoln, and they say, hello, Nebraska Sandhills. They're back again and loving every minute of it. And again, thank you to all the folks making this race possible. They love it.
And they are on the clock and ready to go. And this one's going to be kind of a slow start. And, not much noise with that one. That'll bring car 93, Bill Meyer and Rich Maxwell. 2011 Chevy Caprice, silver in color. Again, we're in the 80-mile-per-hour class.
Out of Rushville, Missouri, this is their third year for daring to be different. And they've brought their automobile, and they're ready to race all the way from Missouri.
And they are on the course. Car 76 coming up next. This is Barry White along with Michelle White. They're in a gray 2021 Audi TTRS.
Out of Kansas, Michelle and Barry in a 2021 Audi. They always look forward to this weekend, always putting their driving and communication skills to the test, so have fun on the Loop de Loop.
And they are off and running. A little quiet start, but it picked up as they went. 251, Griff Canfield, Tom Miller. They are driving a blue 2005 Chevy Corvette.
All the way from Lansing, Michigan, Griff and Tom together in that Corvette. This will be their fourth SORC event for the team of Griff Canfield driver and Tom Miller navigator. So they're looking forward to the run. Good luck, be safe.
And again, we got off to a delayed start over 2 hours because of the fog this morning, but we're running good now. That'll bring to the start line 266. This is Bob Dietrich and Rob Dietrich. And this will be a 2005 Cadillac CTS V, red in color.
All the way from Franklin, Tennessee, and they've been competing in the open road racing since 2018. They participated here in a lot of national events.
And that's, again, that kind of, it says red, but it's kind of a maroon color. And they are off and running nice and quietly. 277, Andrew Mook and Jack Mook. It's a green 1993 Chevy Corvette, and, man, it's got some nice coloring to it. It's kind of Sandhills Thedford green.
Yeah, perfect.
And they are on the course. They've got their time down, and they are ready for their run. All right, Jeff Giddings and Greg Nielsen are in 110, car 110. It's a black 1975 Datsun.
All right, and this is their first year, rookie year, coming all the way from Macon, Missouri, Jeff and Greg, and they are excited to be here. They have quite a long paragraph of information here about their family background and such, so good luck.
And they're off in that 280Z, and we'll have another 280Z coming up here. This one's been here before. This is red and gold, a 1975 Datsun 280Z, and it's the Courtmeyers, Alan and Gary. Car number 280.
Out of Seward, Nebraska, they always like to be involved in this race, and they thank those who make it happen every year. They've enjoyed coming up every year and participating and making new friends and seeing old friends they've made in the past.
And they are going down the racetrack. Again, we're going from Halsey to Purdom here today. It's the loop-to-loop race. Car number 7 is next. It's Kirk Sharp, Court Grooms, 2015 Chevy Corvette Ziot 6. It's red, candy apple red.
Didn't have to travel too far. They came from Valentine today with a little more than 25 years ago. They got distracted and got involved in competition. Wow, and they love it.
That might be the best catch of gear we've had so far today, Dave.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
357 coming up next. T. Coy Morales and Kim Morales. It's a black 2018 Chevy Camaro.
And they're out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida in that Camaro. They've been participating in open road races since 2016.
And the Gator State folks are off and running. 455 is next. Jessica Morton going by herself. She's in a gray 2012 Chevy Corvette GS.
From Spanish Springs, Nevada. Started racing in May of 2017 in Nevada. And I believe she was here last year and back again.
Jessica ready to go, and she is off and running. That one a little quieter. That's going to bring up here a really sharp blue vehicle. This is 878 David Switzer, 2022 Chevy Camaro. And as I mentioned, blue in color.
And what was that number again, Larry?
878.
Oh, 878. I was looking at the threes, so I apologize. 878 out of Colorado. And they love combustion engines, and they have a big one in front of them.
And Bub Rodocker's got them moving up to the start line as soon as they get them going out. We've got 4 more cars left in the 80-mile-per-hour class. This will be car 485, Jared Beam and Debbie Beam. It's a great 2012 Chevy Camaro.
And they dream about coming here all the time, all the way from Topeka, Kansas. They dream about Sork. Can't wait to get on the road, and they're just about to go.
And next is 828. This is Dean Clark and Jet Samuelson in a black 2004 Holden Commodore UTE.
From Hastings, Nebraska. They love this race. They love to race all sorts of places, but they can do a little racing right there in Hastings. They have a track there that people can go race and practice on, so they should be sharp here today.
And you don't see a lot of these Holden Commodores. And, caught a little gear there. 929, Lisa Hancock and Dustin Gronseth. They're in a 2022 Dodge Challenger. And it's a hell-raising purple, according to the sheet.
All right, and it's a Dodge Challenger, as you said. They brought it all the way from West Valley City, Utah. And they have been involved here before and came back again.
And by the way, it did have the KBBN logo on the side.
Love that.
They're going to have to take the animal off the top, the horse of car 40, the last one, Darren Brewer and Sean Robinson, blue 2017 Lamborghini Hurricane Coupe.
Out of Gretna, Nebraska. Darren Brewer is a native of Nebraska, and they have 4 kids. They enjoy hunting, fishing, and, of course, motorsports.
And just like that, Dave, we are done with the 80-mile-per-hour class. The cone is out.
And I assume there'll be a little gap here before they turn the 85s loose.
Yeah, it won't be very long, but maybe about time for maybe a 30-second break.
All right, 30 seconds. We'll be back. Here waiting for the 85-mile-per-hour class to be released and get going here. Larry Cotner is trackside. Are they getting close, Larry?
Yeah, they still got the cone out here, Dave. Of course, the 85-mile-per-hour class has to have a little cushion so that they don't catch up to the 80-mile-per-hour class. But Mike Black in his 996 will be the first car that will go. It's a red 2025 Chevy Corvette Z-Yacht 6. Matter of fact, we don't see a lot of brand new cars in this particular race, Dave, but we're going to see one here, and they're getting the cone off.
Taking the cone off. Mike's been racing at Sork since 2010. He's a retired electrical engineer and lives in Garland, Texas, and he and his wife came up all the way from Garland, Texas, and will be starting the 85-mile-per-hour class.
And the countdown has begun, Dave. And we're down to the last 3 seconds. And they are ready to take off. So we are underway in the 85-mile-per-hour class now. And here's some familiar names. Michael Schultz and Garrett Moore in the blue 2012 Ford Mustang Boss 302, car 971.
Out of Raymond, Nebraska, they thank Arnold and surrounding communities for volunteering their time, their effort, and their hospitality. A favorite town in Nebraska because of the people.
Well, I kind of remember calling Garrett in sports over at Arnold High School a few years back. 364, Ken Reese, red 2024 Chevy Corvette, 2024 Chevy Corvette.
All the way from North Las Vegas in that Corvette, retired USAF pilot and flew helicopters and fighters. Also retired as a high school teacher.
And that'd be fun when you retire as a high school teacher. Sometimes they retire younger than other folks. so you get a good chance to go do things like this.
Yeah.
Car 19, Clint McKenzie, all by himself today in a green 2007 Dodge Charger.
Out of Crete, Nebraska, had an opportunity to visit with Clint yesterday, and I actually think I talked to him last year, which I believe was his first year, so this is his second year.
Car 36 is coming up next. This is Brett Korth and John Fistler in a silver 2000 Chevy Camaro SS.
Out of Raymond, Nebraska, getting ready for their third time here at the Sandhills Open Challenge, and looking forward to driving the Camaro again.
Again, we got 111 cars scheduled to take off here today, and then they'll be coming back later. Car 58 is next. This is, well, I think I had someone in between, but evidently they're not in here. 58, Rodney Bilderback and Jason Crisper. They're in a red 1991 Acura NSX.
Out of Bennington, Nebraska, they've been driving in Sork in 2018, 19, 2023, and 24.
Little different sound there. And our first pickup of the day, it is pickup number 188, James Daly and Jake Keel, blue 2019 Ford F-150.
All right, car 188. Get to that. That is out of, I'm turning pages. There we go, out of Arnold, Nebraska. Yeah, James Daly. I visited with him yesterday. This is his second year. They have and James really had fun last year and did really well, so he was hoping to even improve this year.
I heard everything you said, Dave, until you said second year. Then I didn't hear anything.
Kind of loud.
Car number 42. Copper Walton and Rob Walton. It's a white 2006 Nissan 350Z.
Car number 42, queued and ready to go. Let's see if we can catch up with them here in the book. Out of Overland Park, Kansas.
That'll bring to the line car 64. Again, we're in the 85-mile-per-hour class. David Wag and Jeff Holgate. They're in a silver 2013 Ford Mustang GT.
9th year of racing here out of Waterton, South Dakota. And they note the people are so friendly here. That's why they continue to come back.
And they are ready to go and run here. Gonna keep an eye, too, for car 44. I thought they had him on the list, but I didn't see him come up. We know this one, though. This is the 308. Mike and Matt Tion from right here. Black and white 2010 Chevy Camaro.
All right, the local boys, such good guys. As I lay rubber down the street, I pray for traction I can keep, is how their paragraph starts here in the book. Good luck, guys.
I know they posted a picture of their vehicle today. A lot of folks wishing them well, and they are off and running. And we know somebody's down at the Double T listening in.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, because she always keeps track. Rita wants to know how them boys are doing. Car 70. This is Dosey Kermode and Steve Kermode in a 2005 Chevy Corvette Coupe, orange in color.
Out of Maple City, Michigan, second year at Sork with that orange Corvette. They had so much fun, they couldn't not come back for the 25th anniversary race.
Car 73 going to make its way up here. This is Carl Hansen. He's going solo. It's a black 2013 Ford Mustang.
Carl brings his car out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, looking for his return to the beautiful Sandhills, his 7th year.
And he's getting his call to look for the number, look for the countdown, and he's about ready to take off. And Carl is off and running. All right, and here's a different one, 545. It's a red 1993 Honda Del Sol. And I'm going to go Angel, but it could be Angel Salas.
And they bring a V6 minivan with supercharger making 600 horsepower, wheel horsepower.
I'm interested to hear how this goes when it leaves. And it's just about to right now. Louder than I thought, Dave.
There was some tire squealing going on there, too.
That's right. Car 83 is next. This is Keith Bisson and Pat Gorecki in a red 1983 Chevy Camaro.
Out of Iowa, and they bring that 83 in. Let me see here. No more excuses. We ran the Loop-to-Loop in 2020, looking to their return to the road.
Is this the guy you guys are watching for? Oh, because they were out of Iowa, too. I got a couple guys sitting next to me here that came in just to watch.
Oh, very
They
good.
came all the way from Iowa just to come and see this. And we'll talk to them here in a little bit when we get a break. 486, Barry Lohman and Blaine Spindlove. This is a gray 2012 Chevy Corvette.
Out of Hutto, Texas, and they, without question, say both the Sandhills Open Road Challenge and the Loop-to-Loop are the most exciting races they participate in.
Car 91 is next, Dave. It's a black 2007 Audi RS4. It's Mike McCullough and Zach Rusted.
Out of Lincoln, Nebraska with that Audi. Always nice to be back in Arnold, Callaway, Halsey, and all the towns that support the SORC happening this year. A special pleasure with being the 25th anniversary.
Got to remember, and by the way, this is the 12th Loop-to-Loop. It's a real big weekend. Of course, the Loop-to-Loop today, the shootout tomorrow, and the Sandhills Open Road Challenge race itself on Saturday. Hey, the Pauls are back. Pred and Slava in car 117. It's a black 2022 Mini JCW hatchback.
And they're out of Lincoln as well. This is the 11th time they've taken part in the SORC race. Coming from former Yugoslavia, this is a treat. Well, it's a treat to have you here.
And they are off and running. Car 128, Christopher Poole and Job Gomez. And that could be Job Gomez, black 2016 Camaro SS.
They were here last year. It was a blast. Can't wait to get out and rip it up again out of Lexington.
And they didn't have to make very far. They probably waited. Everybody had to be here on a certain time, but they knew about the fog because it was pretty widespread this morning. Jeff England and Rick McNutt in car 130 is up next. It's a green 2023 Dodge Charger Swinger.
And Jeff and Jake are here for the first time. They're rookie drivers, but lifelong car enthusiasts and have raced on tracks all over the country. So let's see what they think of the Loop-to-Loop.
Got 6 more cars in this class, and then we're going to get into some of the bigger classes. And they are off and running. Car 151 is next. This is Eric Drake and Kenna Drake. It's a copper 2017 Chevy Camaro.
And they bring that Camaro from Monument, Colorado. A 25-year Air Force veteran brought his car in the summer of 2022 at the ripe old age of 51 and continues to race here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Dave, it's always amazing where all these cars are coming from all across the country. 169 is next. This is Liam Brown and Gus Brown in a white 2011 Chevy Camaro.
169 out of Berthoud, Colorado. Gus and Liam, father and son team, enjoying car events, challenging themselves in races, and SORC has been a great event to attend.
Kind of a two-tone color though as well, a little bit of orange on the top of it. Here comes a pewter 2001 Chevy S10. This is Rob Schneider and Mitch Hendricks in 316.
Coming from Lincoln, this will be Ron and his son-in-law's Mitch, 4th attempt at the Loop-to-Loop, and they're looking forward to improving from years past.
And they got the pickup lined up, and they are off and running. Final 3 vehicles of the 85-mile-per-hour class. 580 is next. It's Matt Hubbard along with Bob Murray. It's a red 1977. What a great year. Datsun 280Z.
Out of Michigan with that 77 Datsun. Excited to enter this year's SORC with their Datsun featuring a turbocharged small block V8 Chevy.
You can hear that a little bit in there, too.
Smell that fuel, too.
Yeah. 888 is next. It's Scott Minton and Brock Minton. Great 2014 Chevy Corvette.
Out of Kansas City, Kansas, their 6th-year driving and Brock's 4th year navigating at the Sork and Loup races. Both are car crazy and love coming to Arnold.
And they are about ready to roll. Well, once we got started, we had a 2-hour and 15-minute delay, but we've been moving at a good speed ever since. Last car in the 85-mile-per-hour class, 949. This is Levi Durnell and Matthew Durnell in a great 2019 Chevy Corvette.
Father-son team out of Meade, Nebraska. They participated in 8 Sorks and 5 Loop-de-Loops and 1 NORC. Shared the driving and navigation, so you'll see them switching back and forth.
Wanted to double check. I wasn't sure which class would be next. Cone is out. Dave will take a 30-second break as they'll wait just a little bit for the 90-mile-per-hour class.
Proud to support.
Live here at Sork, the Loop-de-Loop, running from Halsey to Purdom and back. Looks like they're pulling up the next class, which I assume is the 90-mile-per-hour class.
Yeah, I wanted to double check that when they were bringing vehicles up to make sure that, because I know they do, I think between the 90 and 95, they do jump maybe to the 110. We'll have to watch for that, Dave.
Yeah,
But,
they have
the
done that.
The 90 is coming, and this is the largest class of them all.
So they can, ladies and gentlemen, go 110 miles per hour if they so desire to hit that 90-mile-per-hour target. So need to average 90 on the nose, but they can go up to 110 miles per hour.
And the cone is off. Number 11, Eric Schmidt and Mike Pachala in a red 1989 Chevy Corvette. They'll be first.
Another Lincoln, Nebraska Corvette. There's a lot of them here. They love coming here. A 2 or 3 hour run down to the Sandhills to have some fun. They're looking forward to coming back to Arnold for the Sork.
And by the way, 32 cars. That's nearly a third of the field in this class. 289 will be next. This is Aaron Anderson and Kendra Anderson. They've got a blue 2017 Ford Shelby GT350.
All right, also out of Lincoln, but this time around that Ford Shelby. This will be their 18th Sork event. They keep coming back because each year is more fun than the last, and people are like family to them here.
We seem to hear that echoed throughout everybody, right, Dave?
All the time.
Car 27 next. This is Dean Weborg and JD9 in a white 2016 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Well, they don't have a lot of information here, but it does say out of Bridgeport, Nebraska, and they say it's a great time for anyone that really wants to push their car, and they can push it here on the Loop-de-Loop, no doubt about that.
It'd be a nice car to just take for a little cruise out to Jailhouse or Courthouse Rock.
Yeah.
And you could get there fast, too, doing so.
Very quickly, yes.
48 is next. This is Denny Powell and Jerry McKenzie in a silver and black 2019 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Out of Bel Air, Kansas. And first of all, they say, huge congratulations on the 25th anniversary of Sork. To all the organizers, volunteers, and communities, thank you very much. They've been coming and enjoying themselves for many years.
Coming up to the line, 757. This is Alexandra Wolf in a silver 2023 Mini Cooper JCW.
And 757, Larry, I don't have any information on in the book here.
I love the coloring, though. If you've seen it on Sandhills Express, I love the coloring of the numbers. It's kind of like got some tall grass in the middle of it. It's really sequenced in there well. Car 59 coming up. This is Kevin Hanshoe and Rick Kane. This is a black 2003 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Bringing that automobile all the way from Wichita, Kansas. Hello from Wichita each year, Rick and Kane. Best friend and trusting navigator look forward with anticipation to give it their best shot.
I've got a feeling this will make noise. Yes and no. 69, Zach and Heather Hagler in a 2018 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, maroon in color.
And we know from Arnold, Nebraska, they participated 3 years now, and they're looking forward to this time of year because all their friends show up from all over the country.
Car 69, and they're about ready to get after it here on the pavement between Purdom and Halsey. And I should say Halsey and Purdom, because that's where they're headed to. Car 74 is up next. This is Chad Van Buskirk and Brian Jahalik. I hope I got that one right. Gray 2008 Audi RS4.
All right, and then again on that particular car, I don't have them in the book, so enjoy them taking off here.
And I think I said Jahalik, but it would be Jaholka.
All right, we're doing our best, folks. You drivers I know are listening, so you can kind of help us out when you see us if we're not getting some of these right, these new names. We're familiar with a lot of them.
Yes, and we do appreciate that you come up and tell us afterwards instead of while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it just ruins the concentration of, because everything goes so quickly. We've got a car 85, and this is Barry Conkin and Toby Asplin, blue 2002 Chevy Corvette.
Out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
866 is coming up next. Quentin Blair, Will Walton, a black 2022 Toyota Supra.
Rookie driver out of Cody, Wyoming. First open challenge, and they're really looking forward to it. Avid cyclist also, by the way.
And that's kind of interesting. A cyclist, and I mean, that just covers transportation.
Yeah.
Must like trains, too.
I bet he does.
Car 95, Dan Roback and Jamie Roback. It's a white 1995 GMC Sierra.
And they come out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Their 9th year competing at Sork. Left their vet at home and brought the wife's pickup this time.
Again, we're moving through the 90-mile-per-hour class. And if you just tuning in, we're running about 2 hours and 15 minutes behind due to the fog this morning. And it has lifted. It's muggy. It's hot. It's going to be really hot this afternoon with a heat advisory. And they're calling for temps around 95 here today and feel like temps above 100. So I imagine they'll send them back as fast as they can today too as well. But car 107 next, Terry Poland and Gary Halstead, red 2013 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Out of Wichita, Kansas, their 11th year racing here.
And Gary, of course, from the Arnold area. 111 is next, Eric Pedersen and Chris Sharp. This is the maroon 1968 Ford Mustang.
All the way from Cameron Park, California. Owned the 68 Mustang since 1980, and retired from daily driver status. Was restored and here at Sork.
It's percolating. All right, car 606 is next. This is Joe Hackney, Tyler Hackney, orange 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06.
And that was 606. I don't have anything in the book on that.
Okay. I think these guys have been here before, Dave. I've seen this vehicle before, and I remember the Hackney name. This is a sharp looking vehicle. And it's orange, but it's kind of that University of Texas orange. And now we got a sky blue vehicle, 142. It's a blue 2018 Porsche Cayman GTS. David Mathis and Jeffrey Atkinson.
Coming from Phoenix, Arizona with that Porsche. This is something they love to do. This is the 4th time they've been here and enjoyed the competition at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. This year is even better since it's the 25th anniversary.
And those guys are off. Car 142. That marks the halfway point of the 90-mile-per-hour class as car 172 comes up. Stephen Beecher all by himself in a blue 2004 Chevy Corvette.
Rookie driver, his first year here, and he is out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Dave, I'm going to have you talk a little bit while I take a sip of coffee.
All right, have a sip. Maybe a little water out of that dog bowl would be good too. All right, cruising over the top.
We are off and running again. 522, Travis Honeyman and Ryan McFadden. This is a silver 2015 Chevy Corvette.
And again, not driving too far from Lexington, Nebraska. This is their second year. And he says the event has his blood pumping for 3 straight days last year. Probably going to be the same this year.
And Dave, the cone is out, so
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
All right.
Nope, but it's coming back out.
Oh, good.
That's always good to see. The vehicle here of Honeyman and McFadden shut down for a second, but they are ready to go again. Yeah, anytime we see the cone come out during action, everybody gets a little nervy, but everything's good. We're running again. You know that saying, Dave, it'll leave a mark? Yeah, it just did.
Yeah, all the way up the hill.
Yeah, all the way up the hill. 186 is next. It's the Colts, Brent and Heidi, in a purple 2019 Dodge Challenger.
All right, 186 queued and ready to go here out of Arnold, Nebraska. Everybody's rooting for the hometown team.
That left a little bit of rubber on the road, too. Up next, car 240. Jeff Gordon, Brian Gordon. It's a 2010 Chevy Camaro, black in color.
Out of Wichita, Kansas, looking forward to their 3rd year of competition. And they wish everybody a happy 25th anniversary in the Sork organization.
And this is a nice, sleek-looking Camaro. And, of course, the tech guys give it a last check along the tires before they come up to the line. That's something we really haven't talked about. They're giving a look to 321 right now. Jim Miller and Richard DeFries in a red 2005 Viper.
Coming from North Platte, grew up in Dodge County, in a Dodge County with a Mopar, and he's always been a Mopar guy.
And off and running. Steve Tasca, car 376, silver 2009 Chevy Corvette ZR1. He's next to go.
Out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and he is a paintless dent removal professional of 23 years and lifetime car enthusiast. This is his 10th year at Sork.
He's got one decal on the right side of his car. 95.3 kbbs.
Like it.
I do too. Car 415 coming up. Tim Zimmerman and Cecilia Zimmerman. This is a gray 2014 Dodge Charger.
Out of Sandy, Utah, 5th year at Sork. Looking forward to seeing everyone again, meeting all their Sork family.
And they are ready to run. And off and running. Again, we're in the 90-mile-per-hour class. Ryan Travis in car 484 is next. This is a green 2020 Ford Mustang Bullet.
Out of Bellevue, Nebraska, Ryan and younger brother David is his navigator. They graduated from high school in Southern Valley from Oxford, Nebraska, and graduated also then from Kearney. And they love coming to this part of the state.
Former Southern Valley Eagle.
I knew you'd know.
Oh, yeah. 585. This is kind of a raw vehicle here. This is a purple and orange 1968 Chevy Camaro. It's Jay Nightingale.
All right, and that is car 580. That is out of Michigan. excited to enter this year's Sork with their Datsun featuring a classic turbocharged motor.
Gotta love, there's no air conditioning because he's got a handmade fan sitting up on the dash. Car 699 is next. That's Ronald Miller, in a white 1969 Ford Shelby 350.
Out of Byers, Colorado. They've been in Colorado Shelby Club and into Ford since the 80s, and they've ran lots of different club events, and excited to be here at the Sork race.
Six more cars left in the 90-mile-per-hour class. Ken Hodges is up next along with Les Peterson. It's a red 2007 Chevy Corvette Z06, car 707.
Out of Julesburg, Colorado, they've participated in Sork since 2007, and with other family obligations, they have, not been to everything, but they have been here for the Loup since the inception of it, for the Loup to Loup.
And you think of Colorado and you think of mountains, but when you say Julesburg, you're talking flat country.
You sure are.
Just across the border. 712 is next. Sid Stewart, Randy Corgan. It's a white 2011 Ford Mustang GT 350. That is car 712.
Sid and Randy coming up from McCook. I talked to them yesterday. They just have a lot of fun. They're good guys. If you get a chance, say hello to them.
There's another nice looking vehicle, 747. Bill Mishnick and Casey Richards. It's a black 2007 Porsche Cayman.
Out of Valparaiso, Nebraska, and they have raced in the Loup to Loup and Sork from 2018 through 2021, and they are excited to be back and wish everybody a happy 25th anniversary.
Ansley Litchfield fans, the Spartan fans, would love the coloring of their numbers there, just their school colors. 903, Michael Sabatka and Alan Sabatka. Silver 2000 Chevy Camaro.
903 out of, I think I blew it on a car before, because this is out of Valparaiso, Nebraska, and this is the brothers that grew up, so my apologies there. Good luck to the guys. Welcome.
All right, so car 997, John Belford, Mike Belford, in a red 2023 Porsche 911 GT3.
And that car is out of Omaha, and a father and son team from Omaha, been lifelong car enthusiasts, big fans of Sork, and have been big fans of Sork races since its inception. So they are veterans.
And the funny thing is, we're going to see a car just like it in the final car of the race, of the division, 998, Mark Belford and Matt Belford, in a 2023 Porsche 911 Turbo S, blue in color.
And they came a little further. They came out of Chicago, Illinois, but born in Omaha, currently living in Charleston, South Carolina as an engineer.
And Dave, that's going to be the end of the 90-mile-per-hour class. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and it looks like the 95 is up next.
John here with Lashley.
And we're back live here, trackside, Larry Cotner trackside. I'm in the school here. My name's Dave. I'm cooler than Larry, but we're going to switch at the halfway point when the cars come back. And so I'll get a little dose of sun. I would recommend you folks, if you're in the area, stopping by and taking a look at all these beautiful cars, Larry. They are dynamite.
Oh, yeah, and there's no question about it. Of course, you'll want to look again this afternoon because they're on their way up to Purdom, but they're going to have a kind of an appreciation breakfast up there for people, I believe this morning as well in Purdom. and then they'll be running them back, and then they'll have an appreciation meal here as well.
Yep, at the community center, and they've done that every year that they've had the Loop to Loop, and people say the food is delicious.
So the 95-mile-per-hour class is up next, and then we do jump to the 110. So we will have a little bit of a break after this one, and I'll have a chance to talk with the guys off to my left, and we'll probably be able to update a little bit more about what's going on over the weekend at that time too, Dave.
All right, we sure can do that.
So the cone is off. So we're getting ready, and 212 is going. They took me by surprise. Gregory Erlinson and Chris Cudmore in a white 2016 Ford Mustang GT.
All the way from Rapid City, South Dakota. They're 6th-year participating. And Gregory is a lawyer from Rapid City, South Dakota.
25 at the line now, Leroy Uhrig and Chad DeVries. White-blue 2008 Shelby GT 500.
Out of Pierce, South Dakota with that Ford Shelby. These small American towns in central Nebraska are the heart of this family gathering each year, and they love it, and they thank everybody for all that they do to make it happen.
And by the way, again, we're in the 95-mile-per-hour target speed. They can tech up to 125 miles per hour in this particular division. And by the way, Dave, I'm just going to give you the next number so you can get the info in. 65, Lyle and Nick Eckberg, blue 1965 Chevy Corvette. Go ahead and get it in quick because you know they'll be loud.
Here for Sork, have been here every Sork with that Corvette, entertaining everyone with this automobile.
And if you're sensitive on your hearing, turn away from the radio right now because it's going to get loud and proud. Didn't quite catch it, I think, or it might have been a lot louder.
I think over the years I've noticed they've backed off a little bit on dumping the clutch and really roaring and spinning the tires, because one year they dropped a clutch, so they've kind of slowed things down a little bit with the start, which works pretty well.
And by the way, Lyle, one of the drivers that's been here all 25 years of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Car 261, Jeremy Fox, Quentin Fox, blue 2017 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport. They are next in line.
And they come from Lincoln. They were here last year, I believe, for the first time. Father-son team, having a great time last year. They just had to come back. They want to thank all the volunteers and staff that allow these events to happen.
Again, we're about 4 cars into the 95-mile-per-hour class, and we're having a little more space now, Dave, in between the cars as well because of the faster class that we've got going and the higher tech speed.
Yeah, if they can run 125 wherever they can, that's going to shorten things up a little bit, but make for more space in between because they want to leave plenty of space.
It kind of means you and I can slow our pace just a little, but not much.
Not too much.
858. Cy Nightingale off and running. Red 2015 purpose-built V models, and now it's 877. This is David Glanzer and Braden Malsom in a blue 2016 Cadillac ATS-V.
First time here with their twin-turbo V6. Makes over 600 horsepower to the wheel. So they are going to fly on the Loop.
We do have a few 4 doors. That was one of them. Car 101 now. This is definitely 2 doors. Bill Harvey and Mike Hanna. It's a yellow 2000 Chevy Corvette.
And I don't have anything on car 101 in the book, Larry.
Well, I can tell you it's a pretty yellow gold color with a little black and white trim on it. And you know what? All you really need to know about it, Dave, it's a Corvette.
Well, there's a lot of good Corvettes here.
Coming up here next, it'll be Joe Wolf and Liz Franzen. Car 133. This is another Corvette, 2016 Chevy Corvette Z06. It is black.
All right, the car's out of Pierce, South Dakota. Of course, Liz out of Custer County, and they're looking to have another fun year on this 25th year of Sork, and they wish everybody the best. We wish you a safe trip, guys.
Their trip has begun. Car 20, here's a familiar name, Tommy Dale Vines. What a racing name. Marcia Graves also in there, red 2002 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Dale, coming out of Eagle Butte, South Dakota, says 23 years ago, my husband Dave and I attended the Black Hills Corvette Rally, and it went from there. And they met Bruce Younglove and Jim Schown and John Smith, and the rest of the story is history.
And they're off and running. Here's another good name, Blue Offit, along with Jim Webster. This is a silver 2022 Chevy Corvette car 161.
161 is out of Surprise, Arizona, and they have participated in the open racing for over 20 years. This will be their fourth time covering Sork, or co-driving Sork, I should say, and they'll be repeating their 2024 first place in the 100-mile-per-hour class. At least they hope to.
Hard to believe, Dave, but that's the halfway point of the 95-mile-per-hour class. We are moving right along. We'll keep our fingers crossed. 605, Jack Schmidt and Jake Schmidt. Black 2007 Chevy Corvette.
Out of Willow Lake, South Dakota. Says my son Jake and I have enjoyed participating in Sork and the Loup to Loop the past years. Look forward to participating in 2025.
All right, car 285, or as it says on there, TX 285, Tom Sorrells and Gina Sola in a red-black 2010 Dodge Viper ACR.
Car 225, is that?
285.
285, that's why I didn't see the number, my apologies. Let's see, they're out of Odessa, Texas, and it looks like they drive all over the country.
And I think that's why they like that TX 285 on there, being out of Odessa. This will bring up 301, Jack Martin and Scott Patton, silver 1996 Chevy Camaro.
Out of Hutchinson, Kansas, and they have entered the Sork beginning back in 2014.
And they just took care of our mosquito problem if we had one. 314, we've seen these guys before. Scott LaPointe and Kevin Duffy, green 1964 Chevy Chevelle, 314.
Out of Belle Plaine, Minnesota. And it says here, it's great to be here for the anniversary of Sork. Plan to be here for the next 25 years, indeed.
This is my kind of car, Dave. Not a fancy paint job, not a fancy looking rig, but it'll get from point A to point B in a hurry.
Oh, I love that car too. It's old school.
5 left in this 95-mile-per-hour class. Michael Rasmussen is up next. He's going alone. Car 333. It's a white 1995 BMW 318 Ti.
Out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska, back for the 7th year competing and driving that 95 BMW again. The event is what they look forward to every year.
And for your information, car 411 is coming up next. Familiar names, Ethan Budke and Don Wood, black 1992 Toyota MR2.
Out of North Platte, Nebraska, their 4th year returning to Sork. They are so excited. They finished first in Extreme 95 and want to come back and even do more things.
All right, 777, a good slot machine number here. Connor Long, Leah Axemet in a silver 2002 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Out of Bloomfield, Colorado, 3rd year at Sork and 2nd year doing the Loop to Loop. And every year is a blast, and mostly making friends and enjoying chatting with other racers is what it's all about.
And they are off. And the Axemets like that 7-7 number because Dan is in 7-7. It's a yellow 2016 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Car number 77 out of Bloomfield as well. Been in Sork since 2003. Coming to Sork and visiting racing friends has made it great over the years. Congratulations for 25 years.
Okay, I think. Not sure what they said about Dan here. I thought they said he was skipping, but I don't know. Okay,
right.
Sounds like he's skipping.
Might be just skipping that rotation of the
Oh,
light.
there you go. Yep, they're skipping the rotation because he's going. He's still getting the countdown. Yep. And that makes sense because that's all about the timing issue on it.
They get it down to a frog hair.
Yep. So here we go again. The old horsey riding it up on the hood. 221 this time. Jay Hill and Corrine Hill. Yellow 2016 Chevy Corvette Z06, the last of the 95-mile-per-hour cars.
Jay and Kathy out of Brighton, Colorado. Coming to Arnold, Nebraska in August is the highlight of their year.
And they are up to the line. And, of course, Bub Rodocker reminded them they've got to have their windows up when they're going down the road. You never know what might come in and fly in and hit you. Even when you're wearing those helmets and face masks, bugs do hit the windshield, and they'll go inside of a open window pretty fast, too, at that speed.
Well, over the years, we've had everything from deers and turkey stopping races. You sure wouldn't want a turkey through your side window, that's for sure.
All right, Dave, we're at a little bit of a break here. I believe the 110 will be next, so they'll have to take a few minutes. So let's take a 2-minute timeout and then come back here to Halsey.
2-minute timeout.
At Reed's Food Center in Arnold, they're
offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
Okay.
Get ready for raw power and roaring engines at the 2025 Truck and Tractor Pull, Sunday, August 10th at 2 at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow. Presented by the Custer County Ag Society, this Heartland Division showdown will shake the ground with outlaw-level action. Enjoy the beer garden, food vendors, and a full afternoon of adrenaline-pumping pulls. Tickets available at the gate, 15 for adults, 10 for kids, and little ones under 4 get in free. Don't miss the thunder. You'll feel it in your chest at the Custer County Fairgrounds August 10th at 2.
When your car needs fixed, getting it running right is all you should have to worry about. The last thing you need is wondering if the shop you're taking it to is honest and trustworthy. You won't worry about that at all with A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. They offer a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on non-wear items to give you peace of mind. Ask for a complimentary digital inspection to save headaches down the road. They invite you to the action and fun of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Proud to sponsor coverage, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. Right there.
105.
And we're back live here. Trackside, still about a minute left before they start our next class, which will be the 110, Larry. And they will be, this is crazy. I think it's terribly crazy, but they can do it. 140 mile per hour maximum speed with this class is what they're allowed to go to hit that 110 mile per hour target.
Hey, Dave, I got a couple guys here that just came in to watch this today. I'm going to talk to them for a quick second or two.
You bet.
And tell me who you are.
Bob Korselman.
Bob, and your friend's name?
Joel Heidebrink.
Okay, Bob, Joel, what brings you guys here today?
We're watching Kelly Bork in the 105 class, number 15. Go Borkster.
And he might be listening in. Where do you guys come from?
Northwest Iowa, about an hour north of Sioux City, so 6.5-hour drive.
Is this your first chance of seeing this?
First chance, yep.
What do you think so far?
It's awesome. It's incredible. We can't wait for the rest of the weekend.
I was going to say, it'll get even, I don't want to say better, but it's going to be just as good because I think each day kind of has its own ups and downs to it, and the peaks and valleys, I guess you might want to say. Sure. But what's impressed you the most?
We're just here soaking it all in. Love to be in Nebraska.
I say one of the things that, that a lot of people have noted is all the organization and how well it goes with just volunteer help.
They tell me 200 volunteers. So that's quite incredible for these small little towns.
I was going to say, for visuals, I think you're really going to love tomorrow. That shootout is one of the fun things to watch, and watch how fast those guys can go.
Right? Yeah, we can't wait.
Guys, thanks for coming and talking with us.
All right.
Dave, you want to run down real quick yet what's coming up? They're going to bring the vehicles up, but the cone is still out.
Well, I can do that off the top of my head a little bit here. I think, as you mentioned, they'll have something to eat when the guys and gals get done with the Loop today here in Halsey. There's a check-in going on right now over in Arnold for the ones who aren't in the Loop and running some of the other events today. And of course, tomorrow is a big day with the shootout. You need to be there early. They'll shut the road down, start racing about 8:30. And they'll make 3 runs for that. And when they complete the shootout, they'll stop in Callaway for something good to eat, and then go on over to Arnold tomorrow. And then they'll line up for the parade. The parade's at 2:30, I believe, tomorrow afternoon. A car show will follow, and then the guys start preparing, and the gals start preparing for Saturday. There's also, don't forget about that chicken noodle meal tomorrow evening in Arnold that's so famous, along with Sork, that you'll want to take in, and all sorts of good food available around town.
Dave, we're ready to go. Ted Hughes is up first, along with Brock Daly. We were talking to Brock here a little while ago. He was looking forward to being in this. It's a gray 2024 Chevy Corvette Car 12.
All right, that brings up 911. Jason Walsh out of Kearney, Nebraska, and Chris Rutan, the navigator, in a Dodge Viper 2002. And they say, well, it's another year of the best place on earth. Sandhills in Nebraska, between Halsey and the Arnold Callaway communities, Dunning, the best place in the world.
110 is this class. It's one of the smaller ones. It's only 8 cars in this vehicle, in this division, and they can go a top end of 140 miles per hour. The 105 class will be able to do that too, and then the 100 mile per hour class will go 135 at top end. So, as Dave mentioned, car 911 is on the line. This will bring up car number 3, Brian Chandler and Shane Cool, familiar name there, blue 2010 Dodge Viper.
And Brian brings his Viper from Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. Shane Cool, an Arnold resident and farmer rancher who used to spend plenty of time with Sork because he was the supervisor, the head guy for Sork when they held the race for many years. So it's good that he gets to ride, and he's been doing that for a few years now. And they just like getting together and going fast across the Loop. So good luck to Brian Chandler and Shane Cool.
Yeah, it's always good to do something like that, Dave, after you've been doing something at an event the same way for years. Then you get a chance to look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, totally. Plus, probably, I'm guessing it might be a little more fun to ride at 140 miles an hour than maybe go to meetings all year.
Up next, it's car 26. This is Daniel Whipple, along with Matt Christensen, in a blue 2014 Nissan GTR.
And I don't have any information on car 26 in the 110 class, Larry, this time around.
Well, since I just bought a Nissan yesterday, I will say go, 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 guys. I mean, I want to see what this Nissan can do.
Well, I don't blame you. I'm still a little surprised that Larry Cotner's going to drive a Nissan, but congratulations.
Well, I think Larry Cotner's surprised at it too. That was probably the last thing I thought I would be doing. So we're waiting again, a little bit of time in between the races here as they are going at 110, or they're going for 110, but they can tech at 140. So Jared Helge and Matt Helge come up to the line now in car 112. This is a great 2009 Chevy Corvette Z06.
And we hope all you folks are enjoying the video today, the video live streaming. Jack Simpson is our videographer. I can't say that. He's running the video today along with Jeremy Shipe, so thank you. Car 112, Jared Helge is out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and he can't believe it's been 25 years. And they congratulate everybody. A great place to stay and come and visit, and they're looking forward to the next few days.
And we've got a couple more cars after this one, but the Helges, they've been coming here for quite a long time, very familiar with the Sork race and here at the Loop to Loop as well. And they're cranking it up and ready to go. That'll bring 426 coming up. Doug Jones and Daniel Jones in a blue 2017 Ford GT.
Father-son team out of Ipswich, South Dakota. They've participated in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge for the last 8 years, and they have a small trucking company there and operates a family farm as well. Each year they look forward to racing in Arnold to meet up with their racing friends, and they're thankful for all the volunteers and sponsors that work so hard to make it happen.
Yeah, it's got that nice dark blue color to it, and they are getting ready to go. And we are down, by the way, the last two cars of the 110 class. The smallest class will be next of 105. And when we look at this, Dave, you know, we've had 100 cars go through. We're down to 11 to go one direction. Of course, they'll come back later. A little noise with that one.
Yeah.
This one was scratched and then it was put back on the grid. 811. It's Mark Kapner, and I don't have a description on his vehicle, so
2019 Corvette, Larry.
That's what I was thinking.
Out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. He's been in the challenge for many years, and it's the staple race of his season, and he races all over in different places. He's been racing for 25 years, participating in the Ultimate Streetcar Challenge, the Fast Pass, Supercar Invitational, and many others. But he really loves this as his staple race of the year.
And correct me if I'm not wrong, he's one of the guys that really hits it on Friday at the shootout, right?
Yeah, he'll go fast, no doubt about it. And that name is very familiar. He's been coming here for years.
All right, the 110 is all done. We get ready for the 105, and you might hear loud cheering here in a little bit because Bob and Joel's friend is up next. This is Kelly Bork with Ryan King in an orange 2019 Chevy Corvette car 15.
Out of Boyden, Iowa. And every year they say it's all about the people. So many incredible people to work with in this event, and they are thankful for that. And they have their need for speed addressed when they come to the Sandhills. Good luck, guys.
Well, one thing in the 105 class, you got a 1 in 3 chance of winning it because there's 3 cars in it.
Yeah, and they're all going to try to nail it right on the nose. You know they will.
And they've got their countdown going. They're on the clock and ready for their rotation. And car 15 out of Iowa about ready to go. And they are over the hill. And by the way, you know, I always get a kick out of looking that direction over the hill with that 55 mile per hour speed limit sign as you go that direction.
Yeah, that's almost called satire, isn't it?
Yeah, they're usually at 55 or faster by the time they hit that. Car 134 is next. This is Jeremy Gosson. It's a silver 2001 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Jeremy brings his Corvette from Papillion, Nebraska, and is delighted to be participating in the Open Challenge this year. They look forward to it. They also are in a lot of other events, the Big Blue Mile event and many others that drivers out there are familiar with, but they wanted to thank all the surrounding communities that put forth so much effort to make this event possible, and they're grateful for the commitment.
I think I heard my ear pop on that one. That one was loud. That one hit the decibels. 787, Kevin Wiesbeck and Mike Sire in a gray 2017 Chevy Corvette Z06. They will close out the 105 class.
Out of Aberdeen, South Dakota, they've been here several years and have been successful several times now. They've placed in 3 of the events. And I was talking with these gentlemen just the other day, and just like all drivers, they think they can do just a little bit better. Do it safely, guys. Stay on the track and have some fun.
Well, I tell you what, I can still smell the rubber from one of the 2 cars that just left ahead of us. I mean, it just kind of feels like an oil factory. Hey, that smell is there. We're going to drop to the 100-mile-per-hour class, and there's only 6 in this one. So this will go by pretty fast, and then we'll be done with the first half of the racing. Or I should check. I think maybe – let me double check, see if I don't have another sheet. Nope, that'll be it.
All right.
And that'll be the last 6 cars, what we see here in the 100-mile-per-hour class. And considering how late we got started, Dave, it's been moving right along. And, of course, they'll have a little delay up at Purdom, and then they'll send them all back a little bit later on.
And I feel like you were right when what you said earlier. They're not going to wait too long to turn them back around because they know it's going to get really warm here this afternoon. They don't want to go in too far to the afternoon.
First one is off. That's 529, Chad Christensen, Aaron Wells in a blue 2011 Chevy Corvette Z06. And that brings to the line car 981. This is Andrew Ramp. He's been here plenty of times. Gray 2018 Porsche Boxster GTS.
Out of Garden Ridge, Texas with that Porsche. And they love Sork and the Loop-de-Loop because of the people in this part of Nebraska. He flew fighters in the Air Force and recently moved to Colorado Springs, so not quite the drive from Texas, from Colorado. So welcome back, guys.
And they are on the clock and getting ready to take their turn on the about 13.5, 14-mile course up towards Purdom. It's 17 miles from Halsey to Purdom, but you gotta give a little time for the cars to slow down before they go into a community. Car number 23, Les Steinoff. Familiar name, silver, 2022 Chevy Corvette, car 23.
Out of Montero, California, happy to be back in Arnold for their 19th year. And they'll be driving that Stingray and that they brought to Sork. And are so happy to be able to meet their old friends and have some good visits while they're back here again. They want to send a big thank you to all the volunteers who make the Sork and Loop-de-Loop possible.
And they are waiting their turn. And the cone is still out. So, again, a little bit longer in between runs at these higher speeds. And, again, we're in the 100-mile class, so the tech speed has dropped. The high-tech speed is 135, but that's still pretty fast on this road. And Les Steinoff is out, and we're down to the last 3 cars. 187 comes to the line. This is Dustin Sabatka and Todd Schneider in a black 1996 Chevy Camaro Z28.
Nebraska car been part of Sork since 2007. Previously, they had a white 94 Camaro that you might remember, but they're here and ready to go. They are ready to have some fun with friends and family and do some racing, and they're on the right track. This is a challenging stretch, so good luck, guys.
And they are up at the line, ready to go. Again, we've got 2 more cars to come up. and we see that they're in line. So this is run very smoothly. Once we got past, of course, we couldn't go in the fog. Everybody knows that. But we also had a little bit of mist. It would be misty here at Halsey, and then it would be misty up at Purdom. But boy, when it cleared off, it cleared off. And I can vouch for it now because I got sweat beads on my arms. 3:15. This is Kevin Miller and Chuck Kinsey. Red 2020 Ford Shelby GT500.
Out of Littleton, Colorado, Kevin is an electrical engineer from Littleton. His 5th year participating in the Sork and Loup to Loup, and enjoys competing in all forms of motorsports. Bruce is a retired electrical engineer from Littleton, and this is his 4th year navigating. So good luck, gentlemen.
Just listened to the conversations that go on here at the start line, and you got to get a laugh out of some of this. 3:15, Kevin Miller, Chuck Kinsey, about ready to take off. Again, this is the 100-mile-per-hour class, and one more car to go. To finish off the 100-mile-per-hour class and the first leg of this loop-to-loop for all classes is car 713. This is Jeff Kreitz and Dalton Mason. It's a gray 2016 McLaren 675 LT.
Olathe, Kansas car, that 2016, and they have been competing in Sork for a few years now. They also have competed in other races, but they return here again with expectations. They absolutely love this race and the wonderful volunteers that make it possible. They say they were hooked the first year and completely look forward to many more races here in the Sandhills of Nebraska.
And they are on the clock, ready to make this final run. And again, for the volunteers and everybody out on the course, this does not end until car 713, Jeff Kreitz and Dalton Mason, are in Purdom.
That is important that you bring that forward to our listeners and our viewers. Now the video will discontinue here shortly. Before that happens, I think maybe there's some comments that have been written in, and Jack has a mic. I think, Jack, I got your mic up, I think.
I do. Just want to say thank you to everybody dropping a comment. Felicia said, my brother is in the Green Mean Charger. Her husband was in 529, which would have been the 2011 Chevy Corvette Ziot 6. Cindy dropped a line saying fun. Michael Hanna, he said he was in the 95-mile-per-hour class as a navigator in car 101. Then Felicia dropped a comment, said, go Eric with number 11. Josh, go Q and Will. And then Felicia once more said, car 59, Chad Christensen, finish safe and strong. So.
All right, some comments there. And folks, you can do that during our video streaming. You can make those comments. And again, we will be closing down the video. What we do on the radio is we let you know when the cars come back past the school here. The finish line is actually further up the road. So the finish is over when they come gliding in here, but that's the way we let friends and relatives and fans know that they're back safely. And so we'll just call the cars as they come back, let you know the different categories that are in, and kind of make everybody aware of who's come back and who is here getting ready to have something good to eat, because they'll be eating following their crossing of Highway 2. If you are traveling and listening to the radio, you might want to kind of note that they do help out on the highway, direct traffic, but there is a situation where these cars are crossing back across from the school over to Main Street and over to the community hall. So that said, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout and we'll be back.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community, and they're very excited for the Sork organizers as they get ready for the Open Road Challenge. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics want to remind you of their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Enjoy the excitement of SORC from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
The 25th Sandhills Open Road Challenge is here, and they're ready to celebrate at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. They'd love to see you anytime, but definitely don't miss Saturday night after the barbecue and awards. BJ Jameson will be at Grazer's, filling the air with great tunes to fuel the night. Celebrate 25 years of SORC at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. Welcome back, drivers, and see you soon, race fans. Make sure to follow Grazer's on Facebook to keep up with specials.
Trotter Service is your hometown auto repair and tire shop. Proud to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Whether it's a new battery, brakes, alignment, or any other repair, they have the auto repair specialist to get it done right for all your vehicles. Remember, they offer bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire service, too. Enjoy the SORC racing action. Brought to your radio in part by Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as Suit Cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Suit Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Back live here from Halsey, Nebraska at the Halsey School. My name is Dave Burney reporting for Custer County, and you folks who are following the drivers that are from Custer County, all good. Everybody made it across really, really well, and we're waiting for them to return. Now, what will happen here is the ambulance, the rescue unit that's stationed here at the school, will go up to the finish line, which is further up the road. It'll be quite quiet here, and when the cars roll by, we'll let you know which ones come in here in just a little bit. Want to thank some sponsors here that are sponsoring the video, because we will, as I said, end the video here in just a few moments. So thank you, First State Insurance, Broken Bow Legends, Neighborhood Grill, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska State Bank, A1 Auto Repair, Power Solutions, Trotter Service, Fairder Auto Parts, Aero Aviation, Govey Brothers Mortuary of Broken Bow, Arnold, and Mullen, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Rod's Body and Paint, High Street Insurance and Financial Services of Callaway, the Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, and Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, all bringing you the video pictures today, video stream that you have enjoyed watching. We will have more video for you tomorrow at the shootout, and more video, of course, on the Open Road Challenge on Saturday. So that concludes our video coverage, but we will continue with radio coverage on KBBN 95.3 FM. We'll let you know that Larry Cotner and I will switch around. I'll go out on the road and call the cars as they come by, and Larry will do the commentary here from the school, so we'll make that switch. Larry, what are your thoughts?
Well, I just talked to Bub here a little bit ago, and asked him, I said, how quick a turnaround? He says, as quick as we can do it. So as soon as they're set and in place and feel that the course is safe again, they'll be sending them back from Purdom. So I don't look for it to be a very long turnaround.
All right, well, we didn't think so, but that is good news. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I know that there's a lot of people in Custer County following the races today, either radio or video, because we have Custer County navigators and drivers, but we also have a large audience that is from all over the country, if not the world. And so you folks that are saying, oh, I'm sorry the video is ending, don't worry, we're continuing with the radio coverage, and we'll let you know who comes by and who comes in the different brackets here, so you know that the people you're following are back in Halsey.
Yeah, and for folks that are not within the signal of 95.3, it's kbbn.com, and also you can download the free KBBN, the Thunderbird app.
You bet. There's a way to listen, and it doesn't have to be within our radio signal range. That's right, Larry. You can listen to it in Australia, as I remembered the other day on the air that we actually interviewed a gentleman from Australia during the Sork shootout many years ago. And he was a drag racer who had came to Sork, and it was originally from Australia. So you have people from all over the country listening and watching. In this case, we'll continue with good old-fashioned radio and audio streaming for you. And we'll send it back to the studio, and Brent will let you decide what kind of break you want at the end, if you do need one, and we'll be in conference with you as to when we're going to go again. We're not going to get very far away because we are pretty certain they're going to turn things around as quickly as they can. Thanks to all the sponsors for our radio broadcast, video broadcast. Thanks for all the listeners out there for each year taking part in one way or another by listening or watching. We appreciate you. Back to the studio.